Keely Duncan throwing an in-turn hit for 1 in the pre-event practice.
Tight. Keep going, yeah. That's what you want. That curl. 14-3.
First practice of the
hair wide.
U18 semifinal. This is a sound test.
Next up, let's go. Get him going quicker. 15:06 on that. Touch wide. Do we go the other way or you want this turn? Somebody get Carly's rock. 14-9 on that one. Be touching the 12. I didn't get that. You had it? Okay.
As a 15-9 car.
Really good line. That's slot. It's all here. It's all here. Could be through. Keep sweeping, yep. Trying. 12-6. Bring it down, Ash. Good line. Somebody get Ashley's rock. 14-7, Keels. He's touching 12.
Yeah, like solid 3.
14 and a half. Good throw. Got a minute 42. Take one rock.
We talked either one.
One. Ashley's got a rock. I hope. 14-6. One more. Quick. We've got a minute 22 seconds. You can each throw one. Mare, throw your in-turn. Don't worry about sweepers. Ash, go ahead. Top 4.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute.
A little wide. Time each other's rocks. In-turn, okay? Time Mare's rock, please. Good line. Get in there, Keels. Your what rock? Okay, quick.
final. Just a reminder that there are microphones along the sides and they will pick up your voice. Okay, please, you can cool your sliders for first practice. Second practice. Take slides. You may begin practice.
As they come by the name of the
Welcome again to BC Girls Semifinal. You may move your slides. You may begin your game when you're ready.
Welcome to the 2023 British Columbia Under-18 Curling Championship. My name is Alex Duncan alongside Cody Tanaka and Matt McCready, getting ready for this exciting girls semifinal between Team Duncan and Team Manning. Looking forward to a great semifinal between these two teams. Let's meet the teams, brought to you by Bella Direct, official insurance partner of Curl BC. Team Duncan from the Comox Valley, Duncan, Port Moody, and Vancouver Curling Clubs. Skip Teely Duncan, third Carly Hardy, second Ashley Fenton, lead Meredith McCullum, and coach Adam Duncan. Team Manning from the Penticton Curling Club, skip Aaron Manning, third Rachel Lane, second Miranda Allen, lead Caitlin Rao, and coached by Karen and Craig Lapine. Keys to the game brought to you by Best Western, official hotel partner of Curl BC. For Team Manning, manning the forefoot. Cody, what do you think manning the forefoot means in this game?
So, Alex, I think they're going to want to keep all their rocks above the top four. Puts a lot of pressure on the other team. You know, having those rocks at the back of the tee, kind of gives the other team a bit of a break.
And for Team Duncan, key to the game, party to the Hardy, the third position. Going to be a great matchup here this morning, sorry. How do you think this third matchup is going to play out, Matt?
I think it's going to be an integral part of either team winning. I think thirds are going to be a huge dictator on either pace of play or bailing the teams out, depending on the scenarios. So pretty much it's going to be the best third is going to be a real big deciding factor in this today's semifinal.
For sure, Matt. And this semifinal does play somewhat like a final. The winner is qualifying for the 2023 Under-18 National Championship in Timmins, Ontario. Curl BC does receive 2 spots to this national championship, so both teams here are looking to qualify for nationals. It's going to be a very exciting game. Looks like 2 center guards going up for Team Manning. I like this aggressive strategy early. Looks like Team Duncan trying to keep it simple, chucking 2 in the rings. Nice shot by second round now, and then they're just keeping it a nice control weight. How does that control weight play into the team strategies here today, Cody?
Yeah, with control, it's an easier way for the sweepers to sweep and line callers to call. With a lighter weight, it's easier to keep rocks in play, which I think will be a key factor in today's game.
Nice shot there by Ashley Fenton. We've got a great crowd out tonight for this morning semifinal game. Looks like teams just exchanging hits here in the first end. Team Duncan with the advantage though, sitting 2. Looking for a nice hit and roll here by second Miranda Allen. Nice shot there. Just getting a little flop inside. Matt, what does Team Manning have to do here to try and get out of trouble in the first end?
I think it's just kind of battle adversity in this first end. Just trying to make sure to keep your rocks in play. Making sure that hitting and rolling out is not an option right now, as there is a back 8 rock for Team Duncan there. So if Manning is able to kind of keep their rocks in play and hit and stick and kind of stay around and force Duncan to kind of do the same, that'll be kind of advantageous going to this first end.
I wonder if we'll see Team Manning here consider a freeze. That Team Duncanstone is in the back of the 8-foot, and it might be the get out of jail card here for Team Manning early here in the first end.
Manning has usually played more of a simpler game style. They've always tried to play more open and easier curling shots, kind of like the men's final yesterday with Team Tam. They very much, their main strategy is to play very easy, open. Hopefully, we see a little bit more attacking with more offensive play.
Unfortunate miss there by third Rachel Lane. Looks like maybe she's a little tight there, Cody.
Yeah, I think she was a little tight there. You know, it's a big game. You know, as most of you are probably aware, that the winner of this game moves on to the final, and both finalists this year for both the men and women get a spot this year in the U18 Nationals. So big pressure game. Maybe the nerves got to her a little.
Just slipping a little bit deep there for Carly Hardy. That may open the door for the third Rachel Lane here to make a freeze and get out of jail, and that is going to be the call. So early pressure shot here for the third on Team Manning. Trying to bail her team out of a potentially dangerous first end.
Stop the play on the ice. I'm gonna tip that monitor back. Can you get a sec? Thank you.
Alex, Team Duncan has elected to, you know, come probably top 4 around here. Why do you think they're throwing the draw and not the hit here?
Yeah, Cody, that Team Manning Stone in the 12-foot actually, they are shot 2 already. So by putting the draw here, it does put a lot of pressure on the opposition to make him not necessarily a run back or a pressure draw.
Maybe it's a little heavier, or maybe the suction. He's gonna have to hold it there.
That could be a Matt, ice conditions have been great all weekend. We've been getting 14.5 to 15 seconds hog to hog with 4 to 5 feet of curl. How do these ice conditions help these teams as they prepare for upcoming national championships?
At national championships, you are getting a lot of ice conditions that are very fast and very curly and very receptive on how you throw the curling rock. if you noticed a couple of rocks here early on in this first end of play, a couple players were tight or didn't throw enough handle or kind of pointed rocks into the broom, and those throws are not conducive to ice that you'll be playing on at a national championship. So luckily our head ice tech, Ken McCardle, and his crew gave these girls and boys really good ice to learn and to make all the shots able to go to a national championship.
Nice shot there by Keely Duncan, just hitting and sticking. They are facing 4 now, Team Manning is. Looking for a great shot here by Aaron Manning. Probably a hidden roll. We do have interaction called here by Coach Karen Lepine on the ice. The interaction, a new pilot program that's here by Curling Canada and Curl BC, and will be in play at upcoming national championships, allowing coaches to be on the ice with their players. In exchange, the clock will not stop during the interaction, but they do get 1 interaction per end, and this allows for, I would say, more communication on the ice between the coach and the players. What do you think of the new pilot program, Cody?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it, especially with the U18. You know, these kids are still learning lots, and having their coach on the ice with them, I think it really helps them. You know, keeps the nerves down probably, and they can talk about strategy every end. I think it's a big development.
Looks like they settle on a shot here. Not sure if it's the draw or the hidden roll. We'll find out very shortly. Matt's saying it's the draw. Pressure shot here. Team Duncan sitting 4 early here in the girls' semifinal game. Just hanging out a little wide here. They will come up to the nose of the Team Duncan stone. They are sitting 3rd shot, I believe. Team Duncan sitting 2 in the back of the 8-foot. Looks like here a shot for 3, maybe 4, Cody. This could be a big shot in the first end here for Keely Duncan.
Yeah, this is. If she can come around and make a nose weight or a hidden roll here for 4, I think that's a big boost for her team, especially in the first end of a semifinal.
Looks like they're lining up the hit here. Taking the same turn as they just did on her last hit. I do like this choice of turn here. You want to be throwing the same path in a row because that means it'll be more predictable. Matt, how did the pass of the ice, how do they change throughout the course of the game?
Depending on most ice conditions, it very much depends. But at this championship, the more the rock travels down the path, the faster it gets, and the more consistent it gets. So being able to get through the same kind of path early on in the game to make it kind of more consistent and makes you have a little bit less guessing as your game kind of progresses.
Great shot by Keely Duncan there in the first end. It looks like a score of 3, probably 4. We'll have to see. But a great start for Team Duncan here early in this girls' semifinal game of the 2023 BC Under-18 Curling Championships.
Yep, we are just waiting for the officials to put up the score here. But while they are putting up the score, I want to make a big shout out to Via Sport BC for providing BC with funding through the Hosting BC program. Because of their support, the athletes were hosted to a great experience at the City of Richmond here at this U18 Provincial Curling Championship. At the end of round 1, or end 1, Team Duncan with a big 4-ball, making the score 4-0. Alex, how do you feel like with a big score in the early on in the game? How will Manning kind of come back from this deficit?
You know, Matt, it is 4 in the first end. However, there's lots of game left to play. 7 ends still in this girls' semifinal. Still anyone's game. I think Team Manning just has to kind of reset and refocus here. Try to score a deuce in the second here and try to get the momentum back on their side. Cody, with this game playing like a final, what do you think the pressure is like down there on the ice?
Yeah, like I said earlier, with both teams, in the final going to the nationals, I think it puts a bit of more pressure on that semifinal that acting like a final here. So I think the girls might feel a little more pressure in this game, but obviously in the final you still want to win and represent BC as BC1.
Lead Meredith McCollum here making a nice shot into the forefoot. This team Duncan does have experience at the national level. Third Healy Duncan did play with Raceland Richards last year, and they did win the 2022 Under 18 Curling Championship. Both Carly Hardy, third, and Keely Duncan have experience here. How do you think Team Duncan will lean on that experience here in the first end or the second end, try to get to the final?
Well, experience is key. I mean, you can't really get enough of it. So, being able to play in a lot of big games and a lot of high pressure scenarios is something that I think is a real big game. Um, for a team like Team Manning, who has probably not been in a lot of big game experience here, it can be a little bit overwhelming. Kind of thinking an outcome where maybe Team Keely Duncan is thinking about process, and in the first time we might have showed a little bit of nerves. Um, Coming to that 4-0 start. So, as the game kind of progresses, those nerves kind of go away, and I think we'll get a nice closer game going forward.
Definitely, Matt. I do believe Team Manning does have experience at a BC Winter Games, so hopefully that they can look back and try to get some of that experience back. Early interaction here called by Team Manning. It looks like, unfortunately, Caitlin Rouse, first corner guard, just slipping into the rings. Maybe a discussion here with Coach Karen Lapine if they should throw the second corner guard or perhaps a freeze or a hit. Try to keep it more simple. What do you like here, the corner guard or maybe a freeze or a hit, Cody?
Yeah, being down 4 after the first, you still got lots of ends left, so no need to play all out. But I like the corner guard again. Honestly, even end, you want to try and score your deuce in even ends. So we'll see how the team plays out.
Opting for the freeze, it looks like here. Looks like a nice shot coming in, maybe a little heavy. That's a nice bounce back shot though by Caitlin Rao, just slipping in on her first one, making a nice shot, bumping the red stone to the back of the 12-foot, possibly a usable stone for Team Manning later, possibly to freeze to it. Team Duncan just going to keep it simple here, hitting the Team Manning stone in the 8-foot. Second, Ashley Fenton for Team Duncan. 2000 world champion Darren Fenton, father of Ashley Fenton, in the house today cheering on her daughter. Great to see curling running in the family here today at the 2023 Under 18 championship.
Alex, someone who's played probably in a lot of semis and finals, what do you think the girls are feeling right now?
Yeah, definitely a lot of pressure in a semifinal or final game. When you get to the playoffs with a big championship like this, sometimes the nerves can get to you. But I think the team that can control that and stay calm will have a great chance of being successful today. Looks like Team Manning sticking to their freeze game plan. Just going to freeze this